Borania is very low right now. You can see the Hellbear, the shockwave comes out, the blocks to continue with his own way contributing to it. Had to stop the fairy fire, but
Radiant's
in the end, Miracle gets
is under attack.
Kuroki. Gets the
but still nice for mind control defenders, of course. But he does have the 2 CS to the 12 of Dragon. They're definitely,
true. I mean, there's a certain point where Timber Saw, once you can get level 4, I assume, and it's basically unkillable, at least in most matchups. Is that pretty consistent with this one, or is it a little bit different?
Usually you will go 1-0-2 or 0-1-2, so you get the 2 in reactive on level 3, but he skilled the Timber King to find that kill on the Hoodwink. So yeah, he's delaying the immortality almost in the lane to level 4, like you said, and he's grabbing that now. I think, honestly, I like this from Bilger. If Rasmus has this good of a start on the Dragon Knight that he can 1v1 in this lane and just farm, Bilger can try to deal with the pressure elsewhere on the map, and by moving after Kuro, is essentially giving Terrorblade farm bot. Otherwise, doing great.
GA. Oh!
16 for 9 on the Terrorblade after Kuro started bot for that tri-lane action. And of course, when you rotated mid for that kill, you open up the space for mid, but well, I'm down. Smash is doing long lanes.
Mid lane, I mean, Miracle obviously, well, he didn't technically get the kill, but he has double the CS right now over Borania in this mid lane. TA versus
Huge
Storm.
advantage from that Ench gang.
That helped quite a bit.
Ace bots? Ace is dead.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that last right click, not quite enough, but Kuroki is in the vicinity. Ace does have a TP available. We'll use it. Go to the sheer 1. Looks like he'll be successful in doing so. Gilgar in the meantime does get up a nice bushwhack, so they do see 3 members of NIGMA here. And Alban Ace will keep them safe. So that was extremely close, but I mean, it's not a good matchup in general with Kuro having that level of impetus. Any magic or pure damage against this hero. Timber Saw obviously great against Terrorblade at certain points in the game. What do you think of the hero in general this game? It was the 4th pick, I believe, right, from the Smashers.
Honestly, a lot of the time when it comes to later in the game for Terrorblade, I think one of the biggest threats to him is getting stunned. Like, that's when you can't get your Sunder off, and you can get bursted 100-0. It's hard to see NIGMA pull that off in this game in one mixed stun. They probably need all of TA, Timber, and Drow to be able to connect once Ace has a couple of items. So I think it's a good Terrorblade game later on. But for now, obviously some of the counters are definitely very much in play, like you said.
Stupendous!
The Drow is pretty good in lane against Terrorblade, especially when she reaches level 6. At that point, Ace might just go jungle anyway.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And the panel kind of talked about earlier as well, the fact that the lack of stun from NIGMA again, like 2 games in a row.
Dire structures are just magnificently fortified. Radiant structures are fortified. They must have seen dark clouds on the horizon.
But is it just something they're really comfortable with? Like, is this like a planned thing? It just happens to be heroes that they want to play that just don't have the stuns? Are we just overstating this fact that they have lack of stuns in general?
It's better this time because Nyx's stun is not Ravage, right? It's a lower cooldown, so you have it more frequently, and you do have the secondary stunning Carapace as
bot lane. Toku's dead. Actually gonna dive all the way around 360. Beautifully done. ILPW getting blocked up by Gilgar. In the meantime, Ace has that metamorphosis, so they're able to clean him up. Very high value kill for Smashers.
That's great for Smashers bottom lane, getting a 2-for-1. Under those conditions, their Phoenix got jumped and they immediately just popped the metamorphosis and traded right back. But yeah, just to follow up on the stun, I don't think that's like a plan they have going into the game. They're like, hey guys, let's not pick stuns in this series. Like, I don't.
Maybe they have a
like a really weird way of strategizing. Yeah. It sounds like a weird way of strategizing, but yeah, I'm still feeling like they should have at least one more hero that has lockdown. I feel like just having Nyx is hard. It's still better than just having Tide. Unless, so here's where the last game's lineup, this is a little bit of a tangent, I guess, but in the last game, To put it simply, a lot of the time, if you have very few stuns, but the stun you do have is a big team fight one, it can work very well if you can force the enemy team to come fight you at towers, right? Then that's your quote-unquote catch, is that you go to towers and they need to defend. But what were their pros in last game? It was TA and Gyro. It wasn't like a Dragon Knight or a Terrorblade that's going to smash that tower, so you have to come and fight into the Ravage. So I do think that there was a bit of a disconnect there. Those are the games where I like the one stun tide kind of.
No.
Did that make sense?
Yes, the very long tangent made a lot of sense. I mean, they do have the Centaur Stomp. We failed to mention, obviously, Enchantress will be valuing that.
Gonna have that all game.
Very respectable creep, of course. You just got to put in the gold, and you will get that creep that you want every time. But in addition, you talked about Nyx Assassin. We've been seeing Aghanim Scepter like every single freaking game of this hero. And it's had a huge impact on games. Kind of stun onto Gilgan, but and like you said, no stuns after that Impale without that Centaur in tow.
It's still good though. Like, yeah, he doesn't die, but they force him away, and this is now a naked tower that nobody's going to experience. Obviously, the Hoodwink wants to sit there and just leech, so it's kind of a pseudo kill, forcing the TP back to base, because it's a waste. And Terrorblade has decided to leave the lanes.
That's is really far up here. He's trying to apply some pressure to this tier 1, but so far here in numbers, and never going to see the spike carapace. Set up another stun, but it's not quite enough to take out Token. In the meantime, Bornea trying to finish off Miracle. The Ace is made his way onto the mana field as well. Mind Control not able. He has Soul Ring in 3 seconds, and he's saved by his team. Bornea has used basically the rest of his mana just to get out of the right-click range here. I mean, this is something we didn't talk about from Nigma's side. Between the TA, eventually, obviously, and the Drow, they have some major push potential.
Miracle's hungry. Oh, nice juke from Tofu. Very nice.
It's going to be found out here, though. Gets the bushwhack off in the meantime. He's going to break things up, so no deaths in the mid lane.
I have not seen many jukes around that tree. This is obviously one of the newer features of the map, but very nice. He completely tricks Miracle, who was honestly very kill hungry there, and I understand his double damage. He felt invincible for Red.
Trouble impales there, but the zip away. Shot not quite enough. Is not going to put all the pressure to this tier 1 tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under
attack. Delay the inevitable, it seems. Definitely dead now.
Loving this
set on all
exactly
sides.
what their lineup wants to do.
Radiant's
Use the
middle
Timber
tower
Sus, Power Spike, use the
fallen.
Enchantress to get this early pressure. Getting mid tower sub 10 is very good against Dragon Knight. You're pushing your mid tower and forcing you to defend. You instead just killed him and did the reverse. Immediate Uno reverse play.
Wow, I haven't played that in a while. You a big Uno player?
No.
Okay,
We'll talk.
That's the best segment I've ever. We should add that to the podcast, I think. It's bottom lane. H. And this is one thing about the Spike Carapace against
Dire's top tower is under attack.
To get those Fire Spirits out, it's going to be a pretty much guaranteed stun. Radman's getting pressure in the meantime. Top lane, Mind Control. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana to speak of, and only a couple right-clicks done to this tower. He's at half HP, but Kuroki's here now. A couple right-clicks with that impetus. Just trying to pressure Rasmus out so he doesn't get the tier 1 in one go.
Chasing Dragon Farms is really the name of the game for NIGMA.
Dire's
They want to stay ahead
structures
on
are
towers,
fortified.
so their biggest problem for the Dragon Knight is literally just how do I get through Timber? Because his team can't really kill him right now. This is nice from Rasmus. He's gonna cut through. He sees Timber at the front. He's gonna go hit the tower around the side and back off.
The Dire's
Get
poor
whatever chip
top
damage he can,
tower
but once again, down.
be drawing nigh.
11 minutes on this TP. Job well done for NIGMA.
Indeed. Now in a useless human form, gets off the Dragon Tail, but that'll be the end of his reign for another 50 seconds. Bornea working on Enforced. That's going to be his first item, has the 1 Oblivion Staff right now.
I like that. We should rename the ability. Like powerful dragon form and useless human.
Radiant's top tower is under
for new
attack.
players as a way of understanding how to play their hero.
Maybe it's
I am
unlocked with
garbage
the
now.
new persona, which Rasmus does not have set. Make the hero even easier.
Whether accidentally or on
Dragon Tail
purpose,
here.
Radiant
They could just call
structures
that
have
stun,
been fortified.
right? Yeah. Give him the Slardar treatment. Ace is in the vicinity along with Gilgar here. Bushwhack not able to connect on the sharpshooter will be in the blind. We'll end up whiffing there. Another stun from Rasmus. He's going to get pressure now. Mind Control gets off the Chakram. Pretty careful here.
By the way, for Gilgir to get the Ironwood Tree 2 games in a row.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
It's it is so good on Hoodwink. So
do you think that there's a percentage?
Middle tower is under
Going to
attack.
find GH. He's going to get zipped on as well. There is a sentry infinity. And it's going to be an easy cleanup. So now they know that it's sentry there, but it costs him a death. What's the percentages of neutral items that we didn't even know about it? Just went up by X% if you're playing a specific hero.
Yeah. What if?
What if that was already in the game for the last 2 years and we don't even know it? That'd be great.
There are tools that are stat tracking, right? I feel like that would become an anomaly at some point. If you look at the stats for every game played.
Stats lie. I don't know if you've heard of this.
All right.
Very common
Stats
thing
are a
where I
lie.
come from.
Correct.
Absolutely. Mind Control. All right. Reflection is there. Timber Chain to the other side. There's a lot of mana. Switchback is going to connect into the middle, into the zip as well, and the Sharpshooter just to make sure they're able to take out that pesky Timber Saw. Now the Tier 1 tower. Rasmus finally able to
Dire's
finish
top
this
tower
off.
is under
So,
attack.
like you said, it took 13 and a half minutes.
Dire's top
It's looking
tower
great. I
has
think Gilgir's
fallen.
doing a very good job at just playing the... I think the biggest strength of Hoodwink in the first like 15 to 20 minutes is just his ability to just be kind of a, it's an assassin. It's kind of playing like Nick.
Radiant's
That it's
bottom
coming out of
tower
trees
is
where you don't
under
expect
attack.
it. Even if you have vision in the lanes, you can still get like flanked somehow out of an angle you didn't think about, and just sets up that nice stun burst combo similar to what Nyx does. So it is. I think the range of Nyx is sounds pretty powerful to me.
Yeah, I would say so.
Dire
melee
structures are fortified against
Tier 1
all
tower
comers.
getting pressured in the bot lane. Looks like it's going to go down. The question is, can Toku deny? He actually had the
Radiant's
opportunity.
bottom tower has
wants to stay
fallen.
in the
Not
shadows right now.
my
Bornea. This is another
fault.
target from GH perspective. You can get up an easy spike carapace setup as long as there's a teammate nearby.
Yeah, you need
just
TA
put that
near
static
to find
on
this.
there.
So he has haste on Miracle or Nia.
Yeah, things have kind of settled down a bit now that these couple tier 1 towers have been taken out. If you're just joining us, the Hellbear Smashers are actually up 1-0, similar to what the Suns are in the NBA final versus the Milwaukee Bucks.
Good
In case
spoiler.
you weren't keeping up on the NBA news. GH, that was not Vendetta. He just up. That's the jump in. Okay, Sharpshooter's actually not going to connect. So no break onto the Timber Saw here.
Haste!
Ooh, this could be a big stun. GH looking for the Impale Blade. Gonna connect on one, but the very important hero. The Dust is there as well, and the easy cleanup for Team NIGMA. Looks like Gilgir will be next on the...
Radiant's courier has been slain.
Double kill for him.
Radiant must
Maybe a
summon the
tower as well.
spirit to defend the top tower.
Insanely farmed. 10 CS a minute. He's gonna go straight to Roche in these 20 seconds. I think they're gonna grab this as well.
The Dire just can't resist attacking Radiant's top tower.
Getting the dust on Storm Cruiser. It was a nice orchid coming out from Bornea, but he was already stunned, and then he can take Royalty W to land that dust. We'll give this Aegis more than likely over to Miracle so we can keep the ball rolling. Looking at the blitz. Minute and a half or so.
Roshan has fallen.
Bonus
Dire's middle tower
bonus
is
bonus.
under attack.
It's actually
Radiant's
pretty
top
concerning for
tower
Smashers right
has
now. I think compared to the last
shoot
game,
the
the position that
messenger.
they're in with their lineup, it feels like the pressure is mounting a lot more. Where NIGMA were sitting back in game 1, they're really just fighting them a lot, using this
Bottom lane. H gets off the initiation, but the egg is there. Tofu. I thought they had enough damage for sure, but instead it's going to be a cleanup crew onto GH. Able to W dies on the other side of the map in the meantime. Was that the Orchid reveal? I believe so. So it's a 2-0 across the map for Smashers. Wow.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Expecting that.
Now all I think about is ramen.
Tofu?
Egg from tofu. It's like, oh, it really...
Yeah, that would have been a good name for Rasmus, maybe. Got the heads up from T-Gov from the lore behind Rasmus's name. Obviously, it's the first name. We already knew that.
Yeah.
Apparently, you were correct in the fact he was too depressing. So he changed it to his first name. And then the reason that the A and the S are capitalized is because he thought it looked cool. That's literally it. That is the greatest lore of any name.
I think you
Can
should
it
capitalize
end
the
the
last
growing
S as
nigh?
well, so it's ass. That's kind of... And that's very.
I'm not sure if he's close with Too Good, but that could be another discussion entirely.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's going to be found here from Team NIGMA. We'll be able to clean it up pretty easily now that Miracle has the dagger down and go.
Dire's top
I think
tower
it's
is
all time
under
for Nick
attack.
here. You want to put pressure. Now that you have the dagger on TA, you are way less reliant on Nyx's catch to get on top of specific heroes.
Dire's
TA
top tower is
basically
under
two-shot
attack.
Phoenix, two-shot Hoodwink. You need to have pretty quick reactions
Dire's
on
courier
these heroes to get away in
has
time. If
been
there's
slain.
literally anything else connecting on you than the TA, you just die so fast. You're gonna see Topo here. He's in a trap. Let's Miracle with a good side step around trees here. Really fortunate timing, actually. But there's the third attack coming in.
Oh, the Yules gives him a little bit of extra time, and he's actually salving on top of it.
Sideblade. Oh, that looked spicy for a moment.
Sideblade did clip him, so the salve gets canceled. He lives!
How is that even a hit?
That was pretty far range.
Did you pull out of the
The
military?
trap out, yeah, they're scared. Courier was killed on the Miracle side not too long ago. Has the Death of Blink like you talked about the Dragon Lance, and ILTW dies again. We're going to focus on H here. Thunder is available, but the stun just in time from GH, so position 1 for position 1. Now the chase is on.
They're living one on Enigma's famous LTW this game. I think it's another guy.
Yeah, that's true.
He's very hungry, and he will find more food. 1, 2, 3. No,
The Rainbows have never hurt so much. Bushwhack only going to connect on 1. Gilgert trying to use his orchestrate a little bit of extra distance, but the triple kill for Miracle, pretty extended. This was over the span of a minute. But he is
Look at the net worth
on
of the
another
game.
level. Right now.
Radiant's top tower is
4,000 net
under
worth
attack.
of the next hero, and Enigma have a 1k lead. So this is one of those games where it's